Thanks, Clayton. Well, President Obama not going to wait for Congress on the issue of universal pre-K.
Last year, I asked this Congress to help states make high-quality pre-K available to every 4-year-old. And as Congress decides what it's going to do, I'm going to pull together a coalition of elected officials, business leaders, and philanthropists willing to help more kids access the high-quality pre-K that they need.
That causing a raging debate. Is school better than learning at home for 4-year-olds at preschool age? Here to duke it out over the issue, Darcy Olson, president of the Goldwater Institute, and Nina Reese, president of the National Alliance for Public Charter Schools. Thank you both for being here. Darcy, is it a bad thing to provide, by executive order, at a large sum of money, preschool for all?
Well, do we really want the President of the United States and a bunch of bureaucrats deciding how every toddler in the United States should be educated? I don't think so.
Why?
Well, for preschool to have benefits for children, that environment has to be better than the home environment. And for most children, the home environment is still far better than what they can get in a preschool setting. And what the government is trying to do is put everyone in this setting. And what American parents are saying is we want the opportunity to be able to spend that time at home with our own children.
You know, what's your perspective on this? If the home is indeed not as great in some families as preschool would offer, are you in favor of this?
Well, so first of all, the majority of low-income families right now are working, so they're not home with their children. All the president is offering are incentives to states to bolster a lot of programs that have already been put in place to offer high-quality pre-K, especially to low-income families. The reality is that if you expose children to the alphabet, to math, to science at an early age, they start school better prepared to absorb everything else that is coming at them. I'm here in Washington, D.C., where there is access to universal pre-K, and a lot of charter schools have started pre-K programs. And one of the things that we're noticing is also that a lot of these charter schools have been able to identify special needs at an early age, address them so that students are starting kindergarten without the disability label attached to them. I think any investment you can make in those early years can pay huge dividends, but we also have to make sure that the quality of our K-12 system is of high quality so that we can, in fact, leverage these gains down the road.
Darcy, is your concern what was just mentioned there in terms of the quality and on a national reach program, preschool age, early intervention, precious time of development of young individuals here? We're talking little ones. Are you concerned that the quality will not be there when it comes to implementing this by the government?
Well, I think we can all agree that the early years are important. I don't think there's any disagreement about that. But the question is whether these programs really benefit these children or whether they've been overhyped. And the reality is that we've had Head Start for 50 years in this country and countless programs all over the country, and they have failed to give kids the leg up that we're promising. And the problem is that when resources are devoted to a failing program, those are resources that are not going to something that might work. And we know that there have been school choice programs in Washington, D.C., in Florida, and in New York that have boosted college attendance rates, that have increased the number of children graduating from high school, so that have these long-term benefits for these disadvantaged children. So I think that's the direction we want to be looking. We want to look at things that really truly do work, and these early education programs, although well intended, the reality in both research and practical effect is that they have a neutral to a negative impact on these kids.
Well, and certainly time will tell. We want to thank you both, Darcy and Nina, for being with us today. Great debate over something we all care about. We want what's best for the kids, and we want to know what you all think out there. Let us know on Facebook, over at Fox and Friends. Shoot us an email, tweet, message on Facebook there. Tell us what you think about preschool mandated by government or set by government for 4-year-olds.